NWSL. I'm on the wrong screen. Let's move it. There's a screen I like. NWSL plans to be the first American sports league back, but some U.S. women's national team players might not be on board with this. And LSU Dan McConnell favors plans to push baseball back a little further because he's realizing baseball is in big flipping trouble. And my rules for COVID-19 return to play guidelines. All of this on episode 514. So the NWSL plans to be the first American sports league back, but some U.S. women national team players might be on a different thought process. And I'm on QE position number 6 on Cox because my internet's down, so this is just a recording on my desktop. So I might end this broadcast based on what happens with my Cox. And by the way, Cox communications suck. I got the Gigablast crap, and it's not working. It's not faster. It's horrible. And I'm probably just don't have the right equipment. But I'm going to find out shortly because I'm QE number 4, and I'll have to pause this podcast, but no big deal. NWSL plans to be the first American sports league back. Here's the thing, is the U.S. women's national team player poll. There's some individuals that are like, we can't do this. You know why? Because they're on a different agenda, because they have to match the agenda of the party, the affiliation they're with. Oh, I'm connected now. I'll pause. I'll be back. I am back and pissed off. On hold with Cox forever. Finally had a conversation, and they couldn't figure it out, and she hung up on me. I wasn't mean either, or we got disconnected or whatever. But I have no Wi-Fi right now, and I'm very ticked off about that, which is going to delay my launch of my podcast today, and that sucks. So I'm going to go to Best Buy or wherever I can go and get another flipping router in hopes it all works out. But the National Women's Soccer League is on the cusp of announcing it will return with a tournament-style competition in late June, making it the first American sports league to return during the COVID-19 pandemic. But there are still more questions than answers, even as sources told Yahoo Sports. An official announcement could come early as of today. The tournament, sources said, it would be the last week of June and run until late July in Utah. I'll be there. The first part of the tournament, which would feature the same round-robin format as World Cup group stages, would be the host at Zions Bank Stadium, home of the USL Real Monarchs. The semis and finals to crown a league champion would be played at Rio Tinto Stadium, home of the Utah Royals NWSL team. Under the proposed plan, teams would take charter flights from their home markets to Utah, and play would be tested for COVID-19 upon arrival, multiple sources said. A few days later, they would be tested again and continue the testing, blah, blah, blah. Yay, safety. We all want to feel safe. Do you feel safe? Are we safe? I don't know. But at least they're going to try. And we're just going to do these things. We're going to test healthy people if they have it. Because if they spread it to other healthy people, they might show no signs of anything, but they'll have it and they'll stay away from other healthy people, and but they'll be banned from playing because they're healthy. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. COVID-19 does not kill the healthy. It kills the sick. It kills the ones that smoke. It kills people that are overweight. It kills people that are eating the wrong way, just unhealthy people. But we're going to test the healthy, because if the healthy have it, they could spread it to other healthy. I don't get it. No one gets it, but we're trying to create an appearance. Are we safe? So here's our problem. So now we have concerns. At least 5 U.S. women's national team players have opposed a plan internally, and they are very nervous about what's going on. So nervous that they're going to find a way to make sure that we can't play. So, 5 sources said, while at least 3 others have voiced support, but most players remain undecided and they are waiting for additional details. What do you mean additional details? Here's your additional details, okay? You're being hoodwinked into this scariness. We're being scared. Why? Because we have social media and so many stories. The fact that we don't know the details means that it's not real. Okay? It's not real. I'm not saying COVID-19 is real, just like the flu's real, cancer's real, TB's real, AIDS is real. You name it, it's real. And that's life. And we can't, because of internet, because of our control of Google and Facebook and ad searches and all these manipulation of storytelling by media that specifically do stories for hits. Like I'm doing this knowing that I'm going to get hits. I'm manipulating you to listen to me. Everyone's manipulating everything. The problem is some do it really well and they control things very well. And the thing is, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You know who knows that? That people, well, you know, the naysayers saying what's going on, oh, they're conspiracy theorists and all that stuff, are the same ones knowing that they could throw crap at you and you'll fight amongst yourselves. So I'm fighting with a lot of you right now because we're being hoodwinked over safety measures. Anyways, so here's my thing. Let's talk about pay for play. All right, let's talk about equal opportunity. Let's talk about the women's pay to play, or what is it called? The lawsuit they're doing. They want equal pay. So you want equal pay? Take a risk. Take a risk that you might get COVID-19 and you'll survive it. You have a 99.999. Actually, you have 100% chance of not dying if you get COVID-19. You will not die if you're the healthy NWSL professional athlete. Not one professional athlete has died of this. You will be okay, but you need to take a risk and go and play. Be first. That's how you get pay raises. Be in front of everybody. Take a risk. You want to know why some men make more? They take risks and they take jobs that you would not do. So be a female warrior, lace up the boots, and play. And stop playing the politics of this crap. People are, oh, this is not politics. Yes, it is. This is all politics. And if you don't think so, you're crazy. One player-cited sources expressed hope to Yahoo Sports that the U.S. Soccer would refuse to give its blessing to the tournament, giving U.S. women's national team players an out without being subject to criticism from fans. Great. But U.S. Soccer, which has been accused in the past of meddling in the league scheduling too much, is leaving it up to the NWSL to develop and execute their plan. U.S. Soccer medical staff raised early concerns to the NWSL about proposals. Okay, medical staff. The medical staff, their job is no different than Dr. Fauci. Their job is to assume the worst case scenario and prepare you for the worst case scenario. Before COVID-19 came in, I mean, all the trainers and medical staff and all that, they assume the worst. If you say you're dizzy, you have concussion. If you give them any outlet for possibly being sued, they're gonna protect themselves and always be on the side of cautious. It's always been that way. Nothing's changed. U.S. women's national players are scared of what's going on with what the fans will think. Just go play. U.S. Soccer medical staff raised early concerns to the NWSL about their proposal, which the NWSL has responded to. A source said, federation officials will make sure players are aware of remaining concerns the federation has, but will ultimately let the players decide. Of course, they're going to let them decide because everyone's scared of getting sued. And here's the next phase of all this crazy of this COVID-19. Everyone's scared of everybody, and people are going to sue. And there's going to be a lot lawyers out there suing everybody because that's what they do. They're horrible human beings. Lawyers, you're dirty, pathetic, absolutely waste of space. They're going to go sue small business and all this, and they'll settle out for, $2,000-$3,000 a pop, and it's going to happen repeatedly. Why? Because when a employee that gets fired or whatever comes back soon, you got me COVID-19 and whatever, they're going to sue, and then the small business is going to talk to their lawyer and say, hey, can you represent me? Yeah, you'll win. I need a $10,000 retainer. And they're like, screw that. I'll just pay the $2,000 handout fee, and that's what's going to happen. That's the next phase of this crap. Humans are way worse than this coronavirus will ever be. But on to university news. LSU Dan McConnell favors plan to push back college baseball season. Why? Because he knows what's going on. Baseball is under attack, and it might just deserve to be under attack because they're very expensive and they don't bring enough revenue in. And that's why I tell all my soccer buddies, that coach college team, even at JUCO level, get fans at your venues. You need to do that. Am I the only JUCO in America that's actually getting 2,000-3,000 people to games? It can be done. You just got to work a little harder. That's how you save sport. Work harder. So Dan McConnell says, I would tell my friends I'm afraid there are going to be 100 college baseball programs discontinued because of this virus. And the LSU coach Paul Maneri told The Advocate last week, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm afraid we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. Even some of the best case scenarios are chilling. So Dan McConnell is looking to push this back, saving a lot of money. The potential savings for the new baseball model that he put together could be significant. According to the proposal, a Big Ten or competitive Northern team spent an average of $232,000 on travel during the first 4 weeks of its last 5 seasons. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And that's how it works at universities. They overspend. They take a ton of money and they spend. And then when all hell hits the wall, it's going to spread all over the place, and it's going to hit a lot of people, and it's going to hit baseball. Before its 2020 season was cut short by the coronavirus, Michigan's baseball team played its first 15 games in Arizona, Florida, and California. Indiana University opened its season at LSU, followed by tournaments in South Alabama, East Carolina, hence their budget crisis on that end. So they're looking to change it, start their season later, and have all that saving, which they should do, and hopefully they're smart that way, and we just shorten seasons as we get through this horribleness that's going to hit the university. It's going to be horrible, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be devastating. I fear that Maricopa community colleges are going to eliminate all sports. Why? Because they're looking to go online potentially. And if they go online, we're going to have a 20 to 30% drop in enrollment. Because why would anyone go online? They want to be in person. I remember I told my daughter she's signing up for Astoria Community College, and I told her that there's potential that they might go all online, depending on what happened. And she goes, well, I'm not going to school. I'll wait. I'll take a gap year. That's what's going to happen. No, it's going to go. So the question is, what are you going to do, Maricopa Community Colleges? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with a 20 to 30% cut in enrollment? You're going to have, that'll be the biggest drop in the history of my lifetime. I've never seen that drop. We freak out over 4 or 5% drop in enrollment. We freak out. 1%, we freak out. Heads have to roll. 20 to 30%? What's that going to be? $500 million? What are you going to do? Well, I think the easiest thing for them to do is just cut. And it's less critical thinking. Let's just cut. Let's just deal with and do it quick while we're all, they'll probably do it when we're, there's some spike and we all have to go hide in our houses again. So we can't rise up in dissent. They're going to eliminate all sports and sell the land and all that. They already had that. It's already in their playbook. They already had that. They eliminated football first and then they went after the other ones. And I get it. Do what you have to do, but tell us, give us a time frame. So I pose a question to Maricopa Community Colleges. What are you going to do? So can you forecast this? So if we're 20 to 30% down in enrollment, who gets cut first? Just tell us now. Give us at least a year to get a new job and stuff, and at least, get our education to change whatever we're going to do. I'm thinking QT. QT be kind of cool. Or Chick-fil-A. I think I'd be excellent at Chick-fil-A, where it is my pleasure to serve you. And at QT, I could fix QT. It stopped. I was at QT earlier today. QT would grab my drink. I take my two energy drinks. Oh, you can't see it's green. I got my orange one here. Yesterday's. I would hold it out with the barcode and scan. I put it down and they do my credit card. And he grabs them from the top and puts it in the bag. What's wrong with you, QT? Anyways, let's get back to soccer. So soccer, I have rules for COVID-19 return to play guidelines, and they're awesome. They'll save American soccer. They'll do great things. Here is a U.S. soccer COVID-19 return to play mandate that should happen. Okay, you ready? There should be a skills test to allow kids to come in to be able to play. And if they can't pass a skills test, they're not allowed to participate with others. And the reason I said that, because the ones that have a bad first touch, which are thousands upon thousands in this country, screwing it all up. And we have technical kids in this country, but they have to play with these kids that suck. If their first touch is so far, it's always like 10 feet away from their foot. What happens? Well, the American mentality is to get stuck in, according to the coaches that tell you what to get stuck in. Get on her, pull her hair, kind of thing. They will make contact, and it's always a train wreck. If you ever watched, ECNL, the top women's or girls program in the country, I've seen it, and it's a train wreck. It's just nothing but oh my gosh, they're gonna blow their ACLs out. They go nuts. So I say, if they can't fix their first touch, according to my 10 skills assessment, if they cannot meet the requirements of the technical aspect of trapping the ball without, say, in 10 different balls delivered from 20 to 30 yards off in the air, on the ground, bouncing or whatever, if they can't trap the ball and keep it within, their 5x5 box, then they're not allowed to play yet. They have to stay home and kick the ball against the wall until they have that technique. Now, if everyone's technical, there's less contact, less opportunities to spread the COVID-19. But if you get a bunch of untechnical players, it's going to screw it all up. And it'll give them vision and all this stuff. So that's what I think you should do. Is it crazy? Sure. Because if we don't, we're going to have to do this. You remember this video? This is hilarious. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I'm not even sure if I can make it bigger. Let's see what I can do. There we go. That's good enough. All right. Remember this?
Okay, let's go. Hustle up, you guys. Let's take a knee. Let's take a knee real quick. Take a knee. All right. Everyone's doing their ankle. Everyone's got the ankle. Twists. Let's do some twists. Let's go. Yeah. Get ready for those headers, right? Okay. You guys ready for a good game today?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all warmed up?
Yes.
Next. That's a nice goal. Let's get that out of there. Get that out of there. Go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Here in Olympia, we've been looking at how competition impacts youth, and it's usually kind of negative, especially if you're on the losing team. So last year, we took away the notion of scoring, which meant there were no winners and there were no losers. But in many ways, we felt like it just didn't go far enough. So we've actually taken away the ball.
Throw in. Here we go. Throw in. Who's got it? There we go. You're mostly, okay. Yeah. Hey!
And that's what we're going to need. For the ones that aren't technical enough, they need to go in ball-less soccer until they learn how to trap the ball accordingly. Of course, they need it's too close to each other. They need to redo this video and make sure it's safer because of the COVID-19. Because we're protecting emotions and all that, I think it's very important to take the ones that don't have technique, stick them to ball-less soccer so they have better technique and less collisions.
Hey, ball's here. Hey, ball's there. Okay, good. All right, great. Good job, you guys.
Coaching ball-less soccer is very difficult, from my perspective, because I have to do a lot of imagining.
I got the ball. Here it comes. Ready? Here you go. You go first. Here we go. Here we go.
Stephanie. Anna.
All right, we'll get this going. Here you are. Good.
I got it.
Yeah. Good.
any coach can coach a kid on soccer skills and having fun out there. But the real challenge of my job as a coach in ball-less soccer is trying to keep track of where the ball is and coach the kids on how do you keep track of the ball and where is the ball. Kevin, what's going on? You look confused.
I don't know where the ball is.
We've been over this. Melissa obviously has the ball. Look at, remember what I said? You see it here, you'll see it there, right? See it here, you'll see it there. And there's the ball right there. You got this? Go get the ball, Kev. Let's go, back at it. Hey, whoa. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw
there you go, you saw that. Ah, here we go, we saw it, guys. So you have to walk a pretty fine line when it comes to scoring because whether it was a goal or not is really open to interpretation. But ultimately, it's up to me. I have the final say.
My innards out. So I had that actually saved. I had it saved, and that's as far as I could go because my internet's gone. And I'll upload this whenever I can upload it. But that's where we're heading, isn't it? That's where we're heading. To this stupidity. Safety. Do you feel safe? Do you feel safe, America? I hope you feel safe because the economy is crashing because we have to feel safe. I just want to live. We're all going to die. I'm ready for death. I truly am. I'm ready. Ready to rock and roll. Stop being so scared. And I'm out. See you tomorrow.